kicker Brandon Aubrey is out to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Here we go.
ETN up the middle. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Young off the bootleg. A quick throw there is incomplete. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Young now. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. B.J. Hill coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there are many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster, and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
Get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Going back to Gibbs on first down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
It's got Hooper on the short connection. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Throwing Jones. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That 4th down. Decision unconventional but effective, and they indeed come up now with a 1st and 10, a fresh set of downs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Now Jones. He gets it to Thomas. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 32-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game. Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To throw again on second down, Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And that is no good. No good. To the left, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault, because to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Titans.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Noah Brown, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
50 seconds.
Now Young fakes a sweep and looks to throw off play action. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Kyle Duggar. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
Here we go. Here we go. 33.
Young working out of the gun. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. It'll be a net of 39. 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
24-yard line.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll go again with Gibbs. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Check. Check pink.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Tennessee getting the 1st down on a big play of 18 yards.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's completion right there.
He was brought down by Foyesade Aluakin.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support. And I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So that erases a game-tying touchdown.
And wouldn't you hate to be the person that committed the foul on that play? Film is not going to be fun for him, but right now, he's got to regroup and continue to play.
Ready. Clock 40.
6-0 our score after one. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it facing a second and long situation. Now Cousins. That's complete. It's Josh Wiley. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Throwing, Cousins. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
46-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And they are on the board, trailing now at 6-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Bucs ready to take over once again. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Now it's the backup Bridgewater. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. It's Marte Mabu, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. They'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Third down. Third and long.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Seibert's kick is good. And that will tie things up at 6-6. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start it out with a run by Hampton. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tavius Robinson there on the tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Bridgewater. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Ready.
A draw play, Hampton. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Bridgewater now from the 50. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Running money up to a whole nother level. I don't know no better. When I got rich of these, yeah. Bro, coming slow, 6 racks on a sweater. Think I'm cheating, I'm just chilling with the guns.
Ready.
On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
That flag, that'll push him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Throwing is Bridgewater. And incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Hook up of 15 yards there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Bridgewater with a keeper. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line.
250.
On first down, it's Hampton. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A run once more with Hampton, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's good for a first down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Bridgewater. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1.
Set. 250.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Up the middle, it's Hampton. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Hampton is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, 3rd and goal. Play fake. Bridgewater. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here trying to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
3rd down and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
To throw, Cousins. That pass completed to George. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To the air again, it's Cousins. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Here's 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. Throw out wide is incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, here's Cousins. They'll air one out deep for Mingo. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Final play of the half, Bridgewater. On the right side here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight, competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin this third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Play action now. Bridgewater. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on third and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Bridgewater to throw for it on fourth. That's to the tight end, Evans. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Bridgewater now. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
They'll try and run for this with Wright. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll work inside here, Hampton. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Bridgewater to throw it. And he fires one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Bridgewater. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. And the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Cousins. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. It'll go in the Bucs as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8. In motion goes the tight end. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have the Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
21 yards. That's good for a Titans first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And a short gain down to about the 33. This is 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Cousins now. That'll be caught by St. Brown. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Now Cousins. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
19 yards. And the Titans first down. 1st and goal at the 9.
Here's Stevenson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Again, Stevenson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Cousins. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. He loses a full 5 yards there on the sack, and it also brings up 4th down. 4th and goal.
Seibert on for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Defense.
And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you give him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal. At the Bucs' 6-yard line.
Now Cousins. And they're going to get it. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. B.J. Hill, his 2nd sack of the night. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone?
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And at this stage in the game, sure, you wanted the touchdown. You're already in the red zone, but, boy, you squandered a chance to at least get the field goal there. So no points out of this, and we stay tied.
Very disappointed team. No one more disappointed than the kicker who thought he had a chance to be the hero of the day. All they had to do was trot him out on the field. They didn't even give him the opportunity.
The drive begins with a carry by Hampton. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. From the 23, here's 2nd and 6.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the
Here's Bridgewater. To Jefferson on the slant. 7 yards on the quick slant and a 1st down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Marte Mapu, the one to bring him down.
brings up 2nd and 10.
3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Bridgewater. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides, and there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. They go play action. Bridgewater. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Play fake. Cousins. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down inside the 30.
18. That's good. For Titans. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. Throwing is Cousins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
Seibert's kick is good. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And it's caught by Hooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Complete. Jefferson the target. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Here's a 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Play fake, Bridgewater. That's down the field for Jefferson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And he comes back with one complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw is Cousins. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's... covered up quickly. And they will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go now. Viking 18.
Now Jones. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On the handoff, it's Hampton. And he's brought down at the 20. After a gain of 4.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Throwing Jones. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time on a catch and run. 30 yards.
Here we go, Shaq. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Ready?
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. On 2nd and 9, Jones. Now he'll tuck this and run.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Here we go. This is 4th down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves. Ready?
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
2 yards on the play. And the Titans first down.
Ready?
The Titans go victory formation down to a knee. Well, partner, it's just preseason, but it always feels good to be in victory formation, taking the knee for the W.
Yeah, I've often thought to myself when I watch these preseason games, some teams need the wins more than others. You know, if you're established and you're used to winning, not quite the same. But if you're trying to learn how to win, it's important to get it done. And to be able to kneel down at the end, even better.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory.
Well, on one side of this, Charles, an